So this is what it's come down to, FWA, the biggest night of the end of the year 2002, and what better prize at stake than the FWA Championship #1 contender spot. First up, it's you, anarchist Doug Williams. Well, let me tell you a little something about Doug Williams.
Hey, let me tell you something about Jonny Storm. Jonny Storm has never beaten Doug Williams in the FWA, and tonight will be no different. And seeing as Jonny Storm beat AJ Styles a couple of months ago, technically that means I'll beat AJ Styles tonight.
Technically, you obviously do not know what you're talking about. Technically, you've never been caught in a Styles clash. Technically, you got lucky, and I would love a rematch with you. And as for Jody Fleisch, I'm gonna beat you.
You're gonna what?
Oh!
Hey, don't touch him! Come
Get
on.
off me!
Come on, somebody! Come on!
Let's go right now!
Get off me!
You better get off me! You better get off me! Get off me! You just I hope you win. You too. I'm gonna beat the crap out of every one of you. You want to say stuff? Put your finger in me. Get your finger in my face.
No way! Oh, still running your mouth.
Jody, come on.
Get this ref out of my way.
You go now, though.
And welcome to FWA Seasons Beatings. I'm your host Tony Giles alongside Nick London for what will be a one-night round-robin tournament to determine #1 contender for the Fallen Angels Christopher Daniels FWA British Heavyweight Title.
Thanks, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we've got a humdinger of a contest for you. It's going to be Jonny Storm, Jody Fleisch, AJ Styles, and Doug the Anarchist Williams. Each man will face each other once, and depending on whether they get a pinfall, submission, count-out, or disqualification, they will get points given to them. Whoever has the most points at the end of the evening is going to fly over to the US of A, Tony, for the opportunity to face the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Whomever it's going to be, Nick, it will be an amazing match when it happens, but let's concentrate on what's going to happen tonight. We'll see matches that we may have seen before. We'll see fresh, brand new matches. What we'll see, though, is a fan fest, a fan delight.
Coming into the ring now is the one, the only, Jane Child. She's going to explain the rules to you people right now, so shut up and listen.
This is Broxbourne. This is the FWA. And this is Seasons Beatings. Now tonight you're going to see our round robin tournament. submission scores 20 points, a count-out or DQ scores 15, and a draw scores 10 for each contestant. There is a 20-minute time limit for each match. The man with the most points at the end of the evening will be crowned the #1 contender and will meet the fallen angel Christopher Daniels next year. Without any more ado, let's get on to our first match in the round robin tournament. Introducing the contestants.
See Jonny Storm shaking hands with referee Andrew Coyne. It looks as though the first match of the round robin tournament is about to get underway.
One thing I love about this tournament is all the competitors, no matter how intense they are, they all respect each other a lot. This is going to be one fantastic series of matches we're going to see tonight, Tony.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, Nick, this is going to be one of the biggest nights, in my opinion, in British wrestling history, as Doug Williams and Jonny Storm slowly circle in the ring, about to get it on.
And there's the handshake. It's great to see some sportsmanship within the squared circle. And now the two men getting the crowd behind them, and we're going to start this tournament off with a bang.
There we go now, Doug Williams with a headlock, thick and fast as he takes Jonny Storm over to the mat, into a headlock again. Jonny Storm up now with the wrist lock.
Oh, some beautiful wrestling going on, and Doug's got the wrist lock now on Jonny. And he takes down, fireman carry, he's got the pressure on. Jonny flips up, he has the wrist lock, Doug rolls through, sweeps the leg, pinfall attempt, not even a one, Jonny flips up.
There we go, Nick, it's a little bit too early in the match for anything like that. You see Jonny Storm there waving the finger. No, Mr. Williams, it's going to take a little bit longer and a little bit more punishment before you get me as easy as that.
Well, I'm sure Doug Williams appreciates that Jonny Storm is the kind of guy you're going to need more than just a sweep of the leg to get the pinfall. But Jonny now's got the advantage. Let's see where he can take it.
As Doug Williams takes Jonny Storm over with a snapmare there into a headlock, and Jonny Storm straight back up into the wrist lock.
Yes, Jonny Storm slimed right out of that one. And now, Doug Williams, another wrist lock. Oh no, there it is. Jonny's got the control. Doug's looking a little frustrated here, Tony.
As he rolls through, Doug Williams there looks like he's going for the wrist lock of his very own. Jonny Storm looks like he's maybe cycling himself up. He's going to try something as he breaks the hold. Takes Doug Williams over with the snapmare.
Yes, and there we go, Doug with another wrist lock. Oh no, Jonny now with the leg sweep. No, Doug kicks out, not even a one. Now you've got to be careful going into a technical contest with Doug Williams. You know, you might be able to reverse one wrist lock, but Doug knows about 25,000 reversals to the wrist lock, Tony.
25,000, Nick?
There are that many.
It may be true, Nick, but Jonny Storm, they've both been around for a little while. They know each other quite well. Thick and fast the action here. Jonny Storm sent off the ropes.
Yes, Jonny's trying to speed up the proceedings, and he gets the enziguri.
And enziguri taking Doug Williams over and onto the mat. As we see there, the tilt-a-whirl, and then the head scissors taking Doug Williams back over. Jonny Storm large and in charge.
Doug Williams now spilling to the outside, trying to slow the momentum. But you've got to be careful, Doug. Doug. If you stay on the outside, you get no points. And if you get a count out, your opponent will only get 15. These men have got to think very strategically about this, Tony.
You're right, Nick. As we see Doug Williams on the outside, clutching the back of his head. The Inzaguri, he did land on his head, and then the spinning head scissors, obviously landing on his head. Maybe Johnny Storm is going to target one area of Doug Williams and trying to break him down bit by bit. We'll soon see.
That was quite interesting. Johnny invited Doug back into the ring instead of doing a spirally dive to the outside. You've got to believe that Johnny's going to want to remain injury-free for the rest of the matches here tonight at the Civic Broxbourne Hall. And there it is. Doug Williams has got the pressure now of a double knuckle lock situation. He's got the pressure on the arteries there of Johnny. Johnny's world could be fading fast.
As we see Johnny Storm saying, referee, I'm not going to quit yet, but obviously the air is being choked out of him at the moment. Johnny Storm's going to want to maybe try and get to his feet now and try and break the hold.
Johnny now fighting up, and he's managed to get the pressure off. And now Doug sweeps him down. He's gone for the pinfall. No, it wasn't yet, but Doug is not going to give up the ghost.
Johnny Storm arching up there as Doug Williams basically bringing his knee back down on him. Johnny Storm now up onto the ropes.
Oh, this is impressive. Johnny's going for a hurricane. No, wait. Doug's caught him, and...
Oh, my Lord, he reverses it. Johnny Storm going for the Hurricane Rana. Doug Williams, no, plants him face first into the mat.
We've been seeing Doug using that quite a bit as of late, and he's got the pinfall, but it wasn't meant to be.
It's too early for that, Nick. It's too early. Johnny Storm's not going to give up.
Well, no doubt Johnny Storm has this awful medical condition, this kind of enlarged heart, and now he's off the ropes and Doug's just taking him down with a forearm. Pinfall attempt, but no, Johnny kicks out just before the 2.
It was a vicious forearm there. It did take Johnny Storm down to the mat, but I mean, when did you see a forearm finish somebody like Johnny Storm off, Nick? You don't see it very often, as Doug Williams laying in the blows to Johnny Storm in the head.
Have you ever taken a Doug Williams forearm? I haven't, but I've heard vicious rumours that they're pretty nasty.
An awesome back suplex there from Doug Williams as he goes in for the pin once again.
2, no, it wasn't meant to be. You got to believe that just like with the tournament, Doug's going to want to get early victories. He wants to get the points early. Unlike Johnny or Jody in this competition, Doug doesn't have the cardio factor. He's got to get the advantage early, and hopefully against Johnny Storm, that's almost a given.
As we see Doug Williams laying in the forearms to Johnny Storm in the corner there. Oh, and an awesome psychic there, taking Johnny Storm down.
That was very unusual from Doug Williams. Maybe he's mocking Johnny Storm. But here we go. Doug's now bringing back the technical game that we've often talked about, Tony. He's got the triangle lock around Johnny, and he's got the advantage.
But Johnny Storm has managed to get his legs into the rope as soon as the referee sees it. Yep, the referee's seen it. Referee's told Doug Williams to break the hold. Doug Williams, being the sportsman, has done so.
Referee Andrew Coyne, not the most experienced referee, but when he saw it, it was right on the case of the anarchist. And now, referee Andrew Coyne instructing Doug to keep it out of the corner and onto the mat. Let's see if Doug's going to listen, and...
Doug Williams is a sportsman, Nick. You do get a 5 count. He has backed away. He is allowing Johnny Storm to get up and continue this match in the proper fashion.
Well, I suppose that when you're of the skills of Doug Williams, you can afford to be a good man. And here he goes. Nice stalling suplex. Beautiful technique. Beautiful form. Let's see if he smashes somebody's brains out.
He lets all the blood rush to your head and then he slams you down to the mat.
1, 2. Not yet,
Storm.
Tony.
Not yet. Johnny Storm with the kick out there from the delayed vertical suplex.
He's picking up the greasy features of Johnny Storm, and now he's got the forearm just under the chin. Beautifully contacted. Johnny's light must be dimming just a little bit. Doug now sends him out of the corner. To the corner. Johnny's climbed the ropes and moonsault.
Picture perfect moonsault there, taking Mr. Williams off of his feet. But again, only a 2 count. It's going to take a lot more.
Johnny's now speeding up the proceedings again. Oh, Doug's caught him, but wait.
Oh! Bulldog taking Doug Williams down to the mat, face first. Johnny Storm psyching himself up now, getting back into it. Come on, Johnny.
What is the moral of the story? When you speed up the proceedings, Johnny's got the advantage. Doug needs to keep it slow and to the mat.
Johnny Storm being the smaller man, Nick, is he going to have to hit more moves to take Doug Williams down and keep him down?
Wait, Doug over the anarchist. No, wait, no, wait a minute. Johnny's over the top. Wait, Doug's now got the feet. No, Doug's been rolled off. Now Johnny's whipping off Doug off the ropes, but Doug too strong. Reverses. Johnny off the ropes. Leapfrog by Doug. And wait, Johnny's got the pinfall. Doug reverses. 1, 2.
Johnny Storm,
wait a minute.
Johnny Storm reversing the pin for himself. 1, 2. Doug Williams kick to the head there. Doug Williams in for the pin. 1, 2. Again.
Johnny's now got the next pinfall. 1, 2. Not to be. Doug's got it. 1, 2. Johnny. 1, 2.
Oh, both men. How many was it? How many, Nick? Oh my God, what's this? Jonny Storm going in. It looks like he's going for the backslide.
1, 2, but Doug kicks out. Doug's now going for the hip toss. Johnny underneath. Lovely crucifix roll.
My word, crucifix. No, still not enough. Only a 2 count. That was like 10 pins in a row, Nick.
And there it is. Nice bridging pinfall there. 1, 2. Johnny, oh my Lord, what strength.
It took strength and skill to build him up there. Oh, it's a battle of wits. What we're going to see here. Doug Williams, he's singeing in. He's going for it, Nick.
The Guerrero special. Doug's changing tactics, and now he's just made roadkill.
Doug Williams driving Jonny Storm into the turnbuckle whilst upside down in a painful submission move. But Jonny Storm slaps the tape right out of Doug Williams' mouth.
It looked like Doug had him, and Johnny cut him off for the pass. And now Johnny's going to go for some a little bit at high risk. Here we go, Tony.
What are we going to see? Oh, moonsault, but no, Nick, that's why they call it high risk.
There was no water in the pond there, and Johnny just smashed his nose into the floor. Looks like both men are down, but who's going to get... Whoa, Johnny's up first. That kind of surprised me, but he looks like he's out on his feet. The lights are on, but no one's home.
Doug Williams with a vicious knee drop there into the corner. Oh, Jonny Storm's ducked it. Oh! The left one don't get you, the right one will.
Doug managed to take it out of Johnny, and now, oh, could he be going for my favourite move? Tony, you know what it's called. It's the bomb scare knee drop.
He lands it perfectly. This has got to be it. Jonny Storm is... No! Jonny Storm isn't out. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Tony, don't tell me that Johnny just kicked out of the bomb scare knee drop. Doug Williams dropped the knee across the chest cavity of Jonny Storm from the top, and he kicked out.
Nick, you just saw it as Doug Williams looks like he's going for the Chaos Theory, but Jonny Storm reverses DDT!
Can't believe I just saw that. Doug Williams had the match won with a rolling Chaos Theory German suplex, and Jonny Storm managed out of desperation to turn into a DDT. Johnny with a cover. Here we go. Come on. 1, 2.
He manages to kick out, Nick. Referee Andrew Conn was admonishing the 10 count. Jonny Storm managed to limply drape the arm over Doug Williams, hoping to get the 3 count. What are we going to see here? As Doug Williams is being put up on the ropes by Jonny Storm, he's running from one side to the other, Nick.
Now, if I know Johnny's going for one of his trademark double springboard hurricanrana, and he
lands it perfectly. Come on, Johnny, that's it. Come on, Johnny, what are you doing? Go in for the cover, go in for the cover.
Doug cannot afford to lose this. Kick out, Dougie. Good Dougie, good Dougie.
Doug Williams there with the kick out from the Hurricane Rana from the top rope from Jonny Storm. Well, what are we going to see here? Jonny Storm up to his feet first as he runs in.
Let's see.
Are we going to see it? Are we going to see it?
No, reverse Hurricane Rana.
Doug Williams, no, he's caught him, This is not going to be good for Jonny Storm. Oh no, wait, he's up and over, he lands on his feet. Oh, the Revolution DDT.
Johnny now switching to the ropes. Over the top. Oh wait, here we go. Reverse Hurricane Rana.
Oh, he's in it. He's in the rewind. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Yes, it's all over. Jonny Storm, 20 points. First round victory.
I don't know if you realise this, Tony. All the planets just aligned because once in a lifetime, Nick London was wrong. I thought Doug was going to get the win, but now Jonny Storm, he's up 20 points.
Jonny Storm advancing to the next round, Nick, and all the bad names, all the terrible things you say about Jonny Storm, now you've got to eat your words as Jonny Storm goes through to the next round, 20 points in the lead.
I don't care what you say, you're still a greasy little monkey, but Jonny Storm is 20 points up. Doug is 1 match down. Doug's going to have to bust his butt to get the points up now, Tony.
Obviously, it's not over for Doug Williams. There are other matches to come in the rest of this tournament, but obviously going in the first match and getting the first victory puts Jonny Storm in a very, very good position for the next round.
Absolutely, we've got loads more matches to look forward to, including a rematch from Revival, Doug versus Jody. Hey, Johnny versus Jody. Oh, let's see what's happening now, though.
As we see Jonny Storm and Doug Williams there handshaking and raising each other's arms. Nick, I'm quite literally lost for words at the moment. We saw awesome displays from both Jonny Storm and Doug Williams during this match.
You're lost for words at the moment, Tony. Later on, you're going to be lost for syllables. Because quite frankly, we've got a hell of a lot more fantastic matches coming up. It's going to be Jody Fleisch versus Jonny Storm. The rivalry continues. Also, Doug Williams will take on Jody Fleisch, which will be an awesome rematch from their Revival final. But coming up next, it's going to be first time ever. The phenomenal AJ Styles is going to take on the Phoenix Jody Fleisch. Don't go away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for our next match in the round robin tournament. During
Jody Fleisch making his way to ringside here now, Nick. And as I said before, Doug Williams, did he have the advantage going into the tournament being a former FWA champion? In my opinion, it didn't really make a difference, but will the opinion matter? Jody Fleisch, a former FWA champion, taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles for the very first time.
Well, you got to believe that Jody Fleisch is feeling the sting because he was the former FWA champion and he lost that title to the American Christopher Daniels, which has resulted in this rather complex series of events which will lead to a new #1 contender here tonight at the Broxbourne Civic Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, and Tony, allow me to introduce you to the phenomenal AJ Styles. This man is a hot prospect over in the United States of America, holding many key important heavyweight titles, not to include as well the NWA, TNA, X Division, heavyweight title. Very prestigious division over there, Tony.
That's right, Nick, and obviously we've seen AJ Styles on UK soil before. We saw him have a phenomenal match with Jonny Storm at British Uprising 2. As everybody knows, the rivalry between Jonny and Jody, they're very evenly matched. Will we see the same kind of match tonight from AJ Styles and Jody Fleisch?
Yes, AJ versus Jonny Storm was considered match of the night. Let's see if Jody Fleisch and AJ Styles can raise the bar one more time for the fans here tonight.
As both men are circling the ring, trying to get the fans psyched up, and not that they'd need psyching up to start off with, Nick, and AJ Styles in now with a waist lock.
And now Jody Fleisch now with the reversal, and AJ's got the waist, he's got the waist lock himself. Now Jody's going over the wrist lock, and now AJ's going over, and oh my lord, this is quick, Tony.
AJ Styles now once again with the waist lock on Jody Fleisch. It looks like he's going for the wrist lock, and he takes him out. AJ Styles with the roll through into a waist wrist lock. No, he's gone for the Fujiwara arm.
He's putting the pressure on Jody Fleisch's elbow. Remember, that arm was injured not too long ago. Could AJ be going for it? Can Jody now make the escape? He does. He's now got the hook, and there it is. Arm drag.
Takes AJ over, and both men stand off straight away.
Lovely way to start off. Nice little warm up for the Phoenix and the phenomenal one. Both men off the ropes. Oh, double shoulder block
there. What are we going to see here, Nick? Double shoulder block again. Shows you both men are thinking alike.
Both men are going to back down. Now they're speeding up the process. Let's see who comes out on top. Jody Fleisch now. Nice little flip through and an arm drag. Gorgeously done. AJ with his arm drag of his own. And there he goes. Sweep of the leg. Pinfall attempt. Not even a one. AJ now. Pinfall attempt himself. Not even a one. And both men
nip up. As the fans, you can hear the applause. The match hasn't even been on for a minute yet, and already the fans are in awe of what they've seen, Nick.
You can just taste the chemistry brewing between these two men. You got to believe that this is going to be a great match in the making.
Nick, who do you think would have an advantage in a match like this?
I'm not quite sure. I think Jody will, actually, because AJ's been featured on a lot of tapes over in America. Jody must have done his revision coming into this match. Oh, mid-air collision!
Both of them holding their ribs now, both holding their wrists. They both took full impact there on their chests. Who's up first? It's AJ Styles. He goes with the kick. Oh, a beautiful enziguri from Jody Fleisch.
AJ went for the kick, but you can't out-kick the Phoenix on homegrown soil. And there he is, a nice swift kick to the abdominals. Jody looks like he's sensing for something, and there he goes, off the ropes. It's got to be, oh
my lord, double boot to the stomach, sending AJ Styles crashing down to the mats outside. I'm pretty sure he didn't expect that.
Looks like AJ might have cracked the back of his head, and now he's woozy on the outside. Now that's not good, being woozy on the outside with Jody Fleisch, because here we go, Phoenix Star Press!
Have you ever seen anything as beautiful as Jody Fleisch's Phoenix Star Press? Shooting star to the outside, AJ Styles is down for the count.
Tell you one thing, this match is going for a great velocity, and now Jody Fleisch is on top. The home fans are cheering on their hero, and now it looks like the pixie panted one is going to take it to the outside.
It's a first time encounter for both of these men, and I think AJ Styles may have slightly underestimated Jody Fleisch here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Jody Fleisch he's just an English wrestler, but it looks like AJ Styles is going to get an education hard way style.
What are we going to see here? AJ Styles, oh, beautifully vaulting the guardrail. Oh, awesome super kick taking Jody Fleisch down.
Yes, we've seen similar shades of this. I mean, he's such a phenomenal natural athlete. And it looks like AJ Styles. There we go, springboard, but Jonny met him on the way.
I think you'll find it was Jody Fleisch, Nick, with a beautiful drop kick there. I don't know what AJ Styles was going for, some sort of vaulting move, trying to use the guardrail to his advantage, but Jody Fleisch managed to turn it around and use it to his advantage as he throws AJ Styles back into the ring.
Simply put, Jody Fleisch beat him to the punch, and now Jody Fleisch is gonna rip him apart.
Jody Fleisch cinching in a couple of blows to the head there as he takes AJ Styles, sends him off into the ropes.
He's sending him to the ropes, and now AJ with some sort of, lovely kind of cutter-like move there, also gripping the arm.
What was it? It was like a spinning diamond cutter, would you say, Nick?
I'm not quite sure what it was. It kind of looked like some sort of weird reverse headlock suplexy kind of diamond cutty. I'm sure we'll find the name for it at the end of the day, Tony.
A fantastic name for it as AJ Styles is now going for his finisher. He's trying to cinch in the Styles Clash, but Jody Fleisch trying to fight out of it. Oh! Powerbomb onto the knee! Oh my lord, Nick!
I'll tell you one thing, give credit to AJ Styles' Styles Clash. Such a versatile move. Wasn't meant to be. The thing with a Styles Clash, AJ can get it from almost any angle, and if he can't quite hook it in properly, he's always got a backup move. In that case, it was some sort of modified Canadian backbreaker.
Whatever it was, Nick, it looked like it hella hurt Jody Fleisch as he send off into the ropes now, and a backbreaker, and he picks him up, and a gutbuster.
It's obvious that the plan now of AJ Styles is to work on the lower back of Jody Fleisch after that awesome move. There it is. 1, 2, no. Johnny kicked out.
Jody kicked out, Nick.
Thank you, Tony.
Whatever way you look at it, it's going to take a little bit more for AJ Styles to put Jody Fleisch away. But if he keeps continuing with these punishing moves on the back, on the chest area, maybe we'll see a submission move from AJ Styles.
A couple of stinging blows now from Jody. It looks like the fighting spirit of Jody is coming up from within. And there it is, a nice side kick to the head of AJ Styles.
A hard kick taking AJ Styles down to his knees on the mat as we see Jody Fleisch send him off into the ropes. He goes for the kick and he misses. AJ Styles lifts him up and over. Jody Fleisch flips onto his feet.
Some lovely circus acrobats going on here, and now both men really don't know what was going to happen then.
You see the look on AJ Styles' face, you see the look on Jody Fleisch's face. They had the same idea at the same time which one was going to go first. Neither one wanted to play chicken, so basically they just stood back.
Well, they're quite intelligent. Obviously, both men didn't want to make too much of a risky maneuver early on in the tournament. Looks like a reversal here by Jody. Jody, lovely choke there, and what's Jody doing? Springboard and a kick to the back of the head.
Right on the top of the head, Nick. He went from one side of the ring to the other. Jody Fleisch vaulting off them ropes is a dangerous thing.
You see, if you give Jody a set of springy ropes, he can almost do anything with them. Normally jump off and deliver something quite nasty.
It looks as though the tide has turned and it's in Jody Fleisch's favour at the moment. As AJ Styles, although manages to reverse the move in mid-air, Jody Fleisch...
Bloody hell, it's a lovely flip from the top, but AJ's beat him, and there it is! Reverse DDT from the moonsault.
The moonsault reverse DDT is a unique move of AJ Styles. It's taken Jody Fleisch out. This could be it.
I actually thought that was a free there, Tony. I can't believe that Jody kicked out.
You know what, Nick? I thought it was all over there as well, but referee Steve Linsky has just shown it was only a 2 count.
But you know what Phoenixes are like? They raise from the ashes and come back from the dead. And it looks like Jody's done that 10-fold times already.
It looks as though AJ Styles now is cinching in the lethal Indian deathlock. It gets you one way, it gets you the other way. Basically, it's just stretching you apart.
Damn, Tony, you've been doing your homework. You actually know the names for moves for a change. But it looks like that AJ Styles is going to pull the spinal cord out of Jody. Look at that!
As we saw the vicious moves earlier on, the choke slam onto the knee. Now, when you're doing a move like the Indian deathlock, it's just going to reinforce the damage that was done earlier on.
Now that stretching of the back and the Indian deathlock, they're like extensions of AJ Styles' game plan. He's working on the lower back. What's this?
Beautiful running baseball slide into the bottom turnbuckle, basically knocking Jody Fleisch out.
Well, basically that was just a little nasty for my standards. And there we go, the pinfall attempt. 1, 2... If you ask me, AJ didn't get enough bodyweight on bodyweight there to make an effective 3 count. Jody's kicked out, the match is still going on.
Did you see the look on AJ Styles' face though, Nick? He was looking at the referee like, what do you mean that was only a 2 count?
A few more stinging blows there from Jody. If you ask me, AJ's panicking a bit. Only 20-minute time limits, remember that. Oh, vicious blow. And now he's beckoning, and he's got him. What's this?
Oh, he's done it again. The choke slam onto the knee. We've seen it twice now with the Indian Deathlock. Is he trying to cripple Jody Fleisch? Is that what he's trying to do?
Oh, kick out there by Jody. Maybe AJ's trying to send a message to the other men in the tournament. Also, you could look at it like this. By injuring Jody Fleisch will not be able to get points later on in this contest, in this tournament. And subsequently, that only gives a few more people for AJ to worry about.
That's true, Nick. If Jody Fleisch is so broken up in this match, what will be the future of the match, of the evening for Jody Fleisch if AJ Styles inflicts so much punishment that he can't actually do anything else?
Well, I hope Jody doesn't actually get injured. As much as I don't like the man, I'm actually looking forward to Jody Fleisch versus Jonny Storm. It'll be the first time live that I'll have seen that match.
Fair enough, Nick, as AJ Styles with some sort of sleeper hold down onto Jody Fleisch, but Jody is slowly powering out of it. And yes, he's broken free of the hold.
Jody's off the ropes, but oh my lord, Tony!
Just when you think you're free, you're pulled right back in. An awesome discus clothesline there. Jody Fleisch sent inside out.
Don't think I've ever seen AJ hit one quite that hard before. Most tactics, it seems, in this round-robin tournament is to take it easy. Meanwhile, AJ Styles seems to be doing the complete opposite. He's hitting hard and he's hitting fast. Hopefully AJ won't be feeling burnout too soon. And here we go, Tony. It's Styles clash time.
It looks like he's going for it. Oh no, Jody Fleisch has managed to roll over and into a pin. No, he's managed to kick out. He managed to kick out.
That's how Jody won the King of England from Doug Williams, but not this time. There it is, pinfall, but Jody kicked out.
Basically, I think AJ Styles will try anything at the moment, but Jody Fleisch into a pin of his own.
Well, they look like they're battling for these pinfalls, and here we go. What's going on? AJ now with another pinfall. Jody kicks out. Off the ropes, and here we go. Nice flip and a hurricanrana.
I think you'll find that was a moonsault, Nick. It was a moonsault, and he kind of took him over. It looked like it was a moonsault with a reverse clothesline thrown in just for good measure. Basically, they're going to do anything at the moment to take one another down and get down on the mat and down for the 3 count.
Well, it was effective, whatever it was, because Jody's in control. Lovely elbow to the forehead there, and there we go. Jody to the top. Nice missile drop kick.
Awesome elbow into a perfect missile drop kick there. Both men are down. Nick, I've got to ask you this. Back at British Uprising when AJ Styles fought Jonny Storm, did we see this much abuse from AJ Styles?
Well, there was a kick out there. Looks like Jody almost had it. Was there that much abuse? If you ask me, there was a little more respect there, but now there's a lot more on the line. The #1 contender to the newest big title in the world today.
1,
there it is.
2, no, a roll up and a kick out. Jody Fleisch back onto his feet, running the ropes straight away.
Jody's been lifted up, military press.
Oh, military press and basically just thrown back first into the mat. It seems as though the back is the area that AJ Styles is working on.
I don't know about you, Tony, but I think I felt that, and that's the freak. No, kick out, Tony. What, in this day and age?
Well, Jody Fleisch is more of a man than I am, Nick. If that was me in there, I would have been gone a long time ago. AJ Styles picks Jody Fleisch up, places him on the top turnbuckle. Looks like we may be seeing some high-risk offense here at the moment.
Well, let's see. It looks like AJ Styles is setting up for a top rope superplex, but Jody's fighting for it. He's pushed off AJ, and now AJ's on the high ground. Let's see what he can do with it, Tony.
Well, we're going to see Jody Fleisch is obviously signaling for something. Are we going to see it? Are we going to see his move? Are we going to see the Phoenix Star press?
Oh, on his feet, but he fell on the lower back. Ducks AJ Styles, going for the hurricanrana, catches it, and here's a pinfall, 2, kick out.
Oh, awesome kick out there from AJ Styles. But Jody Fleisch, you're right, Nick. When he landed on his feet, he did grab his back. It looks as though the punishment that AJ Styles is inflicting is working for him.
Looks like that niggling injury could be the downfall of Jody in this tournament. AJ now flips over Jody. Jody on the apron. Kick. Could he be setting up for the 720 DDT?
No, wait,
what's this?
Oh! It reversed into a Northern Lights. What is this? This is it. This is it. No! Jody Fleisch kicked out. Jody Fleisch kicked out. AJ Styles managed to reverse the 720 in midair into a Northern Lights suplex. Quite frankly, Nick, I've never seen anything like that before.
Quite frankly, Tony, I'm speechless. I don't think anyone's ever been able to grab the momentum of the 720 DDT and turn it into a suplex. Oh, and AJ's now just going back to the basics. He's just going to keep on throwing a Jonny. Jody onto his knee. He's going to break him in half.
It looks as though the back is the area. It looks as though... Is AJ Styles possibly going to try this from the top rope, Nick?
What, top rope backbreaker?
Surely couldn't be doing this, Nick.
I hope not for Jody's sake. This is going to... No, wait. Jody flips onto his feet. Springs up. Oh, lovely kick to the side of the head. And now, what's Jody going to do with the momentum he's just been given? He looks like he's got something.
It looks as though he's vaulted off. What are we going to... Oh, my word! 720 from the top rope!
Oh, my Lord, I don't know what degree that was.
Oh, he's kicked out! How do you kick out of that move when it's done normally? How do you kick out of that move when it's done from the top rope?
I don't know how many degrees are in that one, but it was a lot. It was at least in its triple figures. But now, Jody's to the outside. Could he be setting up for the 720 DDT? Will this lead to victory for... No, wait, Hurricanrana, powerbomb. Wait, AJ's setting it up.
No,
Styles Clash.
Oh, he's hit the Styles Clash. Surely not, surely not.
2 and 3, and there it is. AJ is now 20 points up, and Jody, like Doug, he's got to beat his butt up to get further points.
Well, Nick, that was an amazing match. Oh, I cannot believe the amount of punishment that was inflicted on Jody Fleisch there, as we see the fans on their feet showing their appreciation. But once again, AJ Styles proves that he comes over, he's a fan favourite, and he sets out to do business. AJ Styles, 20 points advances with Johnny Storm.
Well, AJ is now one step closer towards the dream match of Christopher Daniels versus AJ Styles for the FWA title. Admittedly, he's still got to go through Doug and Johnny, but we'll see. That was a fantastic match. It could have gone either way, but now Jody, he's only got a possible 40 points left to contend for, Tony.
That's true, Nick, but Jody Fleisch with 40 points could still go all the way. As we see the scorecard at the moment, Storm and Styles both on 20, Fleisch and Williams at the moment on 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and we're going to start up now with Johnny Storm versus Jody Fleisch. The rivalry continues, Tony.
That's true, Nick. The rivalry continues, but for this time, there's a lot on the line. It's all about the #1 contendership for the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels British Heavyweight Title.
Yes, so it's going to be the Phoenix Jody Fleisch versus Pop-Tart Johnny Storm. Haha, I'm so witty.
As we see the ring of the bell, both men getting ready to lock up. Here we go. Oh no, what's this? A shake of the hands before we get into the action.
Lovely shake of the hands there. It looks like it's going to be a nice fair contest. It's going to be quite even. Both men now onto their second contest of the evening. But Johnny Storm's 20 points up. The pressure's got to be on Jody.
Indeed, Nick, indeed. Jody Fleisch is going to be looking for a win quick. What's
Whoa, quick, here we go. Oh, Hurricanrana.
Johnny Storm.
1, 2, no.
Johnny Storm just hit his finisher as the very first move of the match, Nick. Have you ever seen anything like that? Johnny Storm can't believe he kicked out.
You got to believe that Jody's going to be pissed after that. And here we go. Looks like Jody's going to the outside. And there we go. Jody's setting it up. Could it be, Tony?
He's
720 DDT.
He's gone for his finishing move in the first move of the match as well. What is this? What is going on?
1, 2, no, kick out.
Nick, pandemonium is striking all over the place at the moment. Johnny's doing his finisher, Jody's doing his finisher. We're not even 2 minutes into the match. What can both of these men be thinking at the moment?
The pressure is on for both men. They want to end it quick. And here we go. Jody now, suicide. Oh, but Johnny caught him off in the pass. Looks like Johnny, smacking it. No, Jody smacks the head of Johnny into the ring post. Now Jody, springboard. Nice side kick.
Jody Fleisch sending Johnny Storm to the outside there. Sidekick from the corner of the mat. What's Jody Fleisch going to be doing now? When someone's on the outside and he's on the inside, it's never good.
Jody's going and oh no, he hit the barricade there. That can't be good. Chisel the teeth, bite the tongue, all those sort of injuries.
He went for a big splash from the top there, and Johnny Storm has just did a savant kick, sending Jody Fleisch into his people, into his fans. Johnny Storm seems to have something on his mind. What are we going to see here? Is he going to...
And there it is, nice crossbody off the springboard. Both men feeling particularly suicidal today. Looks like this could be the beginnings of a wonderful matchup between the two.
It's because, Nick, what I see is they've had a long running history, but nothing has ever meant as much to them as this tournament does tonight. As you can see, the ring barriers are already dented. Both men are both battered and bruised already, and it's only the opening minutes of the match.
If you ask me, Johnny's got the advantage. He's 20 points up, so he's not feeling the pressure so much. Across the ropes there, Jody, lovely side to the kick. Also, Johnny didn't go through that brutal match with AJ. Both men to the outside. If you ask me, I don't want to say it, but I reckon Johnny might have the edge in this one. It's going to lead him to getting 40 points ahead.
You say that, Nick, but awesome clothesline from Jody Fleisch. Only manages to skin the can, get back in, and a perfect drop kick there, right to the top of Johnny Storm's head, sending Johnny Storm over the barrier and into his people.
For a minute there, I thought a ringside fan had a cuddly Johnny Storm toy, but in fact it was Johnny Storm's broken corpse that was littered there by Jody. Jody's now setting up for something. I say moonsault maybe, and there it is!
Perfect SI moonsault, sending Jody and Johnny in amongst the fans. See, when you buy a ticket for an FWA show, when we say you get in amongst it, we really mean it.
Absolutely. I mean, you might want to be a bit of a crash man of a man, because that's well, no, actually, I better not say that, Tony. We want you people to buy tickets.
As both men now seem to be fighting in the crowd, they're both known for their outside the ring antics, and Johnny Storm thrown over a few chairs there, sent down to the floor below.
Johnny sent head first into those chairs. Let's see, now both men have got to get back in. If either man draw, they'll only get 10 points apiece, and you've got to believe that both men want a good 20 to get a solid advantage here in this tournament.
You know what, Nick? Referee Andrew Coyne really needs to get on top of the action here. Johnny Storm has just twice now used a trash can onto Jody Fleisch. Now, I didn't know this was a no-hold-barred, no DQ match. Referee Andrew Coyne needs his head read.
Look, I know Andrew Coyne, but you've got to appreciate, for the fans' sake, he wants this match to end in a pinfall or submission. Oh, crotched was the Wonder Kid.
Dropped on your crown jewels there. Jody Fleisch seems to be swinging in his favour as he drop kicks Johnny Storm back once again into the crowd.
Square in the mush of the pop singing little... Oh, Tony, continue for me, I'm disgusted.
Words can't describe your hatred for Johnny Storm, Nick, that's okay, but what we're seeing here is a long rivalry that's basically been taken to the next level. So far there's been a few weapons, there's been some inter-crowd play, but what we're going to see now is what happens best when these two are in the ring. It's going to be thick and fast. Jody Fleisch in control at the moment.
Jody now with a nice body slam, setting up Johnny Storm for something. Here we go. Oh, lovely split-legged moonsault.
Split-leg moonsault in for the pin. Is this going to be it? No. Johnny Storm manages to kick out on two.
Johnny kicked out of authority there. He's letting the referee know that he's not ready to stay down for Jody. You've got to believe this rivalry is brewing in the souls of both men. Johnny must be feeling rather happy that he's 20 points ahead. But let's see if Jody is going to equalise.
Jody Fleisch
is going to get a bigger advantage. And
up onto the shoulders there. Johnny Storm taking him down. Oh, in an awesome electric chair. This move does hurt both men, but it's all he could do to stop Jody Fleisch hurting him a little bit more.
Johnny's trying to get the crowd behind him, but when you're two popular men like Jody Fleisch and Johnny Storm, you got to believe... Oh wait, the grease ball has landed!
Your favourite move from Johnny Storm, the vault up and over to the outside. Both men laying down, the fans literally on their feet at the moment.
You know, I can say whatever I want about Johnny Storm, but I'll tell you one thing, he got some serious heightage on that move.
I'm not sure quite how high he got, but both of these guys, they do get higher when they want to. But as I said, Nick, before, the action cannot, the match can't be called on the outside of the ring. They've got to get back inside now. Referee Andrew Coyne was admonishing the 10 count, but both men inside. Johnny Storm in control.
Well, you've got to believe that neither man want just a disqualification or a count-out victory here. They're going to need the pinfall. Oh, lovely high power bomb there by Johnny Storm, and both men are down. Johnny getting to his feet now, and he's going to climb to the heavens.
Johnny Storm, he was slow to his feet, but he's up onto the corner turnbuckle now. What are we going to see as Jody Fleisch comes in? Oh, awesome spinning leg lariat from the top rope!
Holy shamoly, Tony, man. I can't believe he hit a top rope spinning heel kick. That was glorious.
But both men are down at the moment as the referee. Is he going to start admonishing the 10 count? No,
Johnny
Storm manages to get over.
2, no. Was that just a 2 maybe, but it wasn't a 3, and that's the only number that matters in this game.
It's true, Nick, as Johnny Storm still seems to be in control, still seems to have the edge over Jody Fleisch just by a hair's breadth as he sends him into the ropes now. Duck clothesline, Jody Fleisch with a shoulder block, and he vaults off the ropes into the corkscrew moonsault. Oh my word!
Beautiful executed too. No, He kicked out. I have to say the momentum was getting a little quick there. Usually Johnny has the advantage, but Jody Fleisch just a little hair quicker and therefore was able to take the advantage, and now he's on top.
Jody Fleisch cinching in with the kicks there. I've seen more moonsaults and flips in this match than I care to remember, but so far it's come down to brute strength and brute moves. Jody Fleisch now has him set up on the top rope. What are we going to see? He vaults up onto the top rope, goes for the blows. Johnny Storm manages to block and push him off. Oh! Spear from the top rope. It was a bit of a bad angle, Nick, but basically he drove him shoulder, top to bottom. Both men are down.
It's absolutely typical, Tony. The first time we see Johnny Storm do an amateur wrestling move, he does it from the top rope. A lovely double take down there with the legs, taking Jody down. Jody, the wind was just driven out of him.
As you know, Nick, both of these men always like to take it up a notch, and when there's something on the line like the #1 contendership, they're going to take it a little bit higher as both men are slowly to their feet.
Ducks the clothesline. Jody now fist to the... Oh, now Johnny with a fist himself. They're trading blows. Let's see. A fist there from Johnny. Jody bouncing off the ropes. Johnny now has the advantage. Jody ducks. Kick to the side of the head. Off the ropes and super kick from the Wonder Kid.
It was indeed a super kick. Is it all over now? No! Jody Fleisch still managing to get his shoulder up. Nick, for sure, I thought it was all over. I thought Johnny Storm was going to go on with 40 points.
Jody barely, and I mean barely, got the shoulder up there. And now Johnny's whipping him to the corner. Jody flips to the top rope. Johnny now waistlock. Oh no, Jody escapes. Could have been a top rope German suplex. And now Jody's going to the top. Lovely sidekick.
Sidekick, bacon. Oh no, I cannot believe what I've just seen. A sidekick to the back of the head. Johnny Storm has basically fallen down on the back of his noggin. Andrew Coyne is in now, asking him if he's okay. Jody Fleisch in for the pin.
3? No, it was only a 2, Tony. I have to say, this match has been so fast and exciting. All 3 men in there exhausted. Look at the ref, he looks shagged. And now Jody whipping off the ropes. Johnny's going off. He ducks the clothesline. He's going for his trademark. Oh, he's got it. DDT.
Oh, did you see how hard Jody Fleisch hit the mat then? Both men are down. Jody is caught up in the ropes. Johnny Storm might want to pull him away. Is this going to be it?
If you ask me, Tony, if Johnny was actually a little more awake there, was able to get the leverage, he would have had the win. He was still quite groggy. He only just barely got a cover there. The match is still going on now. So Johnny's sending... Jody's sending Johnny to the corner now. And Johnny now... Jody, here we go. Oh, wait, he kicks him in the leg. Jody now setting up something.
Managing to take him up onto the middle rope. What are we going to see here? Johnny Storm is climbing up. Oh, my word! Reverse Hurricane Rana taking Jody Fleisch down. Surely this is it, Nick. Oh, Johnny's down as well. Johnny, if you could just go over, I'm pretty sure this would be it.
Shades of Storm versus Styles from British Uprising. The reverse top rope Hurricanrana. Indeed, if Johnny can get the cover, he could get the next set of points. 1, 2, 3!
He managed to kick out. As you can hear the fans showing their appreciation. It was an awesome move, Nick, and Jody Fleisch still managed to kick out. What is it going to take for Johnny Storm to put Jody Fleisch away?
Johnny now dragging Jody back up to his feet. He's setting up for a suplex here. Oh no, Jody flips over. No, my lord, Tony!
Taking him down, Johnny Storm. Surely, whatever Jody Fleisch is going to be doing here, this has surely got to be it.
Maybe this is it. Could he be going for a shooting star press?
He manages to hit it perfectly. This is it. It's all over.
No! I can't believe that, Tony. Jody Fleisch, that move has led many a victory to Jody Fleisch early in his career. Maybe this wasn't the night to bring it out of the bag. Let's see. Jody now is up. What's he going to go for? Wait, could it be?
Surely not. Jody Fleisch just hit Johnny Storm's finisher on him. Surely this is it. No! Johnny Storm manages to kick out of his own finish.
You gotta be kidding me, Tony. Jody should have had the match won there, but looks like Jody could be going. Is he going for the 720 perhaps? Or is he going to the top rope? It looks like he could be going to the well just once too often.
We don't know, Nick. Jody Fleisch is an awesome force on the top rope. He went again. No! He went for the shooting star press, but this time Johnny Storm had the smarts to move out of the way. Surely the advantage now is with Johnny Storm.
Third time we've seen that move attempted by Jody Fleisch, and the first time he hit the ground hard. Now Johnny's going up top. What could this be? Wait a minute. Whoa, 720!
Jonny Storm has just hit Jody Fleisch now with Jody Fleisch's own finisher. The 720. Johnny, get over. You can do it. Drape the arm. You've got it. It's all yours. 1, 2. No! Surely that was it. I thought for sure Jonny Storm, definitely with Jody's finisher, was definitely going to take him out.
I want to thank everything on earth and in heaven that Johnny didn't win that one. You know what? I could say many bad things about Johnny, but I at least thought he was original, ripping off another man's move. It's enough to make you throw up, Tony.
Jody Fleischer did the same thing, and what we're going to see here, a drop kick from the ring apron, taking Jody Fleisch once again into the ring barrier. There's been a lot of action outside the ring during this match. It proves that these men are, it's all on the line, Nick. What are we going to see now from Jonny Storm?
Well, they've got to be careful. We don't want both these men getting 10 points for a draw. The fans would not be satisfied. What's Jody going for now? Oh no, Jody's been draped over the guardrail, breaking those ribs.
Jonny Storm just basically draped him over the guardrail now, and Jonny Storm is basically lining up Jody Fleisch. Jody Fleisch.
Whoa, 720! FWA, Tony! He nailed that one, and oh, I don't know if
you know what, Nick? That was an awesome move, but Jonny Storm just landed right on the top of his head, on the outside, on the blue mats. They are there for safety, but there isn't much cushioning. I mean, both men are dazed at the moment. I'm pretty sure I can hear Andrew Coyne admonishing the 10 count.
I'm a little concerned here. Johnny really did wrench his neck with that move. Well, hopefully he'll be able to get in. Jody Fleisch now with the advantage.
Jody Fleisch is in the ring.
Wait, Tony, what?
The ring.
Was that the bell?
I think it was, Nick. I think in all the excitement, I think the ring. It appears as though Andrew Coyne has just told Jody Fleisch he's won.
Well, that means that Jody Fleisch, he's won by count-out, which means Jody Fleisch has won, but he only gets 15 points for that one, Tony.
That may be so, but I mean, look at Jonny Storm, Nick. He hasn't moved yet. I'm not being funny here, but Jonny Storm landed right on the top of his head. It is a devastating move inside the ring, but on the outside, I mean, there's a lot of commotion. What's Jody up to?
I didn't realise it, but that's not a victory that I want to celebrate tonight. Things got out of hand. I didn't need to 720 DDT him on the outside, and I didn't know they put him out. I want to take this victory.
Jody Fleisch has basically just said he didn't mean to do that, but you know, when you're cornered in a position, you've got to try everything you can. And Jody Fleisch has just said that he doesn't want to take the victory that way.
Fleisch understandably upset. What's going to happen? Obviously, Jody Fleisch, he didn't want this to happen. This is atrocious. Jody Fleisch now is 15 points up. He's still behind. I mean, Jody's got the next match as well in this tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, you're now joining us for the next contest in this round-robin tournament. It's going to be Jody Fleisch taking on the anarchist, Doug Williams. Now, Tony, these two men, they're not exactly strangers now, are they?
They're not, Nick. They've had a few battles up and down the road. In fact, the last battle they had involved Christopher Daniels, and it involved the Fallen Angel walking away the FWA Heavyweight Champion. Surely this has got to be a match that Jody Fleisch is going to be looking to win. He wants to regain his goal. He wants to be FWA champion once again.
Yes, these two men have a tendency to meet each other in tournaments. First time was about a couple of years back now when it was deciding the FWA's first heavyweight champion. These two men met in the tournament. Also, British Revival. They met in the finals, and Jody Fleisch managed to go over that time. Now, I've got to put it to you, Tony. Who do you think is going to win? Because if Jody Fleisch cannot get the win here tonight, he's out of this tournament.
At the moment, Jody Fleisch is taking it thick and fast to Doug Williams as he rolls through and takes the leg, getting him now with an ankle lock.
That's beautiful manoeuvres there. He's taken Doug down to the ground and now he's working on the legs. But Doug, he's so big and he's so strong. I'll be very surprised if Jody can keep him down. Oh, what's this?
Look at that, Nick. He's just basically used his own leverage and grabbed Jody Fleisch's head into the headlock.
Have you ever seen anything as beautiful as a headlock, Tony? That was gorgeous.
It was good, Nick. Jody Fleisch now, he's trying to work his way out of it.
Off the ropes now, but Doug too strong and he's taken Jody back down. And there he is. Doug, if you ask me, is the king of the headlock.
He is very good at doing the headlock, Nick. It seems as though Doug Williams is going to go and try and use the mat-based offense, whereas Jody Fleisch might try and use some high-flying offense. But at the moment, Doug Williams is in control.
What we've been talking about is cardio factor, and Doug, it's getting quite late in the evening now. Doug might be slowing down a little bit, so he'll want to keep the match nice and slow and to the mat, because after all, that's Doug's strength.
Jody Fleisch now has Doug Williams in his legs, but Doug Williams manages to power out, and a few forearms now for Jody Fleisch.
Yes, Doug's got the legs of Jody Fleisch trapped now. Oh, the shoulders down to Jody, but no, that wasn't going to get it done. Doug's got the control of the legs, and now from here, it'll be interesting to see where he takes this match. Doug is in 100% control. Oh, but Jody rolled through.
Jody Fleisch rolling through there, looked like he might have been going for some sort of Indian deathlock submission maybe, but Doug Williams managed to get to the ropes.
Looks like he was trying to set up some sort of surfboard or maybe an STFS manoeuvre, but Doug, being the ring general that he is, knew where he was, very close to the ropes, managed to get out of the hole. Oh, Doug, nice roll through leg grab. Oh, Jody going for an insecurity but misses, and now Doug has Jody at his mercy.
Doug Williams has Jody Fleisch now. Oh, he's got him up on his head and he's kicking his shoulders away. Jody Fleisch uses his own legs and kicks Doug Williams in the head.
Oh, lovely flip that by Jody. Could he get it early? No, not even a one that time. And both men still trying to pace each other out, I think, Tony.
They're just feeling each other out at the moment. A nice moonsault from Jody Fleisch, but it's a little bit too early for that kind of thing, Nick, as both men circle the ring now, ready to lock up once again.
And then, oh no, Doug went for a kick there. Nice stiff forearm. There he goes, European uppercut. Jody's in the ropes. Wrist lock, and now Doug said, oh no, but Jody rolls through. Oh, for the ropes. There we go. Nice, and they're still moving, and a drop kick to the knee.
Takes Doug Williams down there, drop kick to the left knee. Doug Williams goes in with a clothesline. Jody Fleisch goes with a chop block, takes Doug Williams down.
Well, it seems to me that Jody's aiming for the legs of Williams. This doesn't surprise me when you consider... It's got the ropes. Come on, ref. Sorry. Jody's is aiming for the legs of Williams. I'm not surprised. After all, Doug is a bigger athlete, and you want to keep the bigger man down to your own level. Jody off the ropes, but oh, Doug with a head leg drop over the back of the head of Jody.
You know what, Nick, you've just said a fantastic point. Jody Fleisch is trying to take the legs out of the big man. Now, if you think about it, Nick, what is one of Doug Williams' most effective manoeuvres? It's your favourite move. It's the bomb scare knee drop. If he can't use his legs, then he can't do the knee drop. And a fantastic suicide dive there from Doug Williams.
Well, in my opinion, he'd still be able to do the knee drop, but it wouldn't be a very good idea if he wants to walk out here with his kneecaps intact. But however, they're on the outside. It'll be interesting to see what Doug's gonna... Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if you've ever seen Revival, Tony, but this is very, very eerily similar. He's going for a tiger bomb, but no! Jody got out of it, and thank God he did too. Looks like he's setting up for something. Oh, cannibal into the corner.
He catapults him into the ring post, into the corner, and there was no room there, Nick. How he managed to do that, I'm quite surprised. Wrestling on the outside of the ring has got to be very, very tricky. Jody Fleisch sending Doug Williams now. Doug Williams' own momentum, crashing into the barrier and snapping it.
The mass that is Doug Williams wrecked those guardrails. Oh, Jody ran in, but Doug's caught him, and Jody spilling into the crowd area.
He uses the gorilla press to dump Jody Fleisch down at the feet of the fans. It looks like maybe Doug Williams wants to take this fight outside of the ring and into the bleachers, maybe in amongst the fans, to try and wear the Phoenix down.
And there was Doug with a very technical move called a stomp, and now he's working away at Jody Fleisch. He's just going to smack his head in a technical way, of course. Oh, but no, Jody's getting the advantage back, and now the brawl through the crowd continues. I wonder if Linsky's going to allow this or whether he's going to count them out.
Well, these matches are very important, Nick. Of course, it is always down to the referee, but this is a very, very important tournament to crown the #1 contender. You know, you think the match is going one way, but the quickness of Jody Fleisch will always turn it around. Doug Williams looks to be a little bit dazed at the moment. He's out on his feet. They are in the top of the bleachers, in amongst the fans. I can't quite see what's going on, but Doug Williams seems to have an idea. He's taking Jody Fleisch somewhere.
Somewhere in this mass of humanity and lager, there are two men trying to beat each other silly. Oh, look at Doug. He's such a vicious animal, and he's tearing the features of Jody Fleisch with those stiff knuckles.
You can see the intensity on Doug Williams' face. From the top of the bleachers, Nick, the only thing I can think of is when you're up, there's only one place you can go, he's down. I don't know what he's got in mind, but whatever it is, it cannot be good for the Phoenix.
Nice stiff forearm there. Doug's just wearing away, and I don't think the blows, whether they're punches or kicks from Jody, are going to do anything at this level. But wait a minute, could Jody be... It looks like he might try to dump Doug over the edge.
It couldn't... Nick, this is a wrestling match. Surely Jody Fleisch wouldn't stoop to the level of throwing Doug Williams. He wouldn't do it, Nick. He just wouldn't do it.
Well, he's meant to be friends, but Jody just did it, and Doug spills to the arena ground.
You know, as quick as I say they won't do it, this tournament does mean a lot, and he did do it. I can see Doug Williams, I can't see Jody Fleisch, but I know there's got to be something special about to happen.
Maybe we'll be able to get this match back into the ring. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Step back, Mr.
Just
Jody.
seen him, Nick. I've
Don't
just
do
seen
it,
him.
man.
Surely he wouldn't.
I know the #1 contendership is important. Oh, my God.
From the top of the bleachers, moonsault taking Doug Williams down. If this was an arena match, if this was a Falls Count Anywhere match, you got to believe Jody Fleisch would be walking out now 20 points the better.
Bloody hell, Tony. If you ask me, that might have been just a little inappropriate for Jody to do that. But then again, I suppose this is Jody's last match. It's do or die. He's going to pull out all the stops to try and get that last 20 points, because those 20 points may allow him to go on to America to face, Christopher Daniels for the FWA title. But now he's got to drag Doug to the ring, because if he wants those 20 points, he's got to pin him or make him tap.
That's right, Nick. He's got to do it inside the ring. You mentioned this is the last match for Jody Fleisch, unless he can win and move on into the final. Of course, the next match coming up will be the rematch. It'll be Johnny Storm versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. I personally can't wait for that, but while I'm waiting for that, I'm involved in this.
Jody now has got Doug back in the ring, but he's got to get the pinfall away from the ropes in the center of the squared circle. Jody now getting a little desperate. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he were to rip off his legs and beat Doug with the soggy ends.
I would be very surprised to see that happen, but Jody Fleisch goes in with a cartwheel, lands straight on top of Doug Williams' shoulder. Doug Williams throws him off into what we can see.
Roll up. No, but wait. Jody got out of it. Another one. No, but it was only a 2.
You see Doug Williams there, look at the referee. Was that 2? Was that 3? In all honesty, Doug Williams wasn't sure.
I cannot believe the intensity of this match. Doug's got another match to go through yet. He's got AJ Styles to contend with. Oh, but nice moonsault there by Jody. 1, 2. No, Doug's in the ropes.
Doug Williams actually managed to get himself caught up in the ropes, so obviously the 3 count wouldn't take place. Jody Fleisch on the outside of the ring is a dangerous thing.
Oh, it could be setting up. No, wait. Hurricanrana. Doug's caught him though. He's setting up for a powerbomb. Jody over the top.
Rolls through. Jody Fleisch
Doug's got the pinfall. And free.
Oh my God, Doug Williams got it. Doug Williams got it with a roll-up.
Did he get it, Tony?
He did. Doug Williams has got 20 points. Doug Williams goes on now. Jody Fleisch just got beat with one of the simplest moves in wrestling, a roll-up, Nick. Did you ever think you'd see the match end this way?
Absolutely out of nowhere. Doug has just sent Jody packing. Jody is out of the tournament with only 15 points. He has absolutely no chance of going over to America. It's a flying shame, to be honest, Tony. I was really hoping Jody would be the one to reclaim the FWA title from the American Christopher Daniels. But now Doug has got AJ Styles left to do. Coming up next, we're scheduled to have AJ Styles versus Johnny Storm, but I've been hearing words that he's still receiving medical attention in the back.
That's right, Nick. After the 720, Jody Fleisch hit on Johnny Storm outside of the ring. Johnny Storm was a little bit groggy. He was a little bit dazed. Johnny Storm is receiving medical attention in the back. We'll let you know what's happening as soon as we know. As we look at the scorecard now, Jody Fleisch on 15 points is unfortunately eliminated from the tournament. At the moment as it stands, Storm, Styles and Williams each have 20 points.
Storm, Styles and Williams still have a chance to walk out of here the #1 contender. It's going to be interesting what happens tonight.
If you're fanatical about the FWA, then you need to join the new Frontier Wrestling Alliance fan club, featuring exclusive videos, t-shirts, CDs and many more unbeatable offers. For more details, go to www.frontierwrestling.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the final round of the round robin tournament. Johnny Storm has withdrawn from the tournament. Therefore, this leaves us with Doug Williams on 20 points, AJ Styles on 20 points, and Jody Fleisch on 15 points. Therefore,
Williams. As Doug Williams makes his way to the ring now for what will be the final match, as we just heard ring announcer James Charles say, Jonny Storm has been admitted to hospital. He did take a very nasty fall onto his head. Jonny Storm will unfortunately not be able to compete in the rest of the tournament. So it looks to me, Nick, the final match to determine the #1 contender for the FWA British Heavyweight Title is going to be fought between the anarchist Doug Williams and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Believe now, Tony, it's one way to twist this tournament right at the end. So basically, we're looking at this situation. Doug Williams with 20 points, AJ Styles with 20 points. The winner of this match will go on to face Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels for the Frontier Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Title. Now, there's a couple of factors you've got to look into this. Doug has had more matches than AJ in this tournament thus far, so you've got to believe the advantage is going to go to AJ. And if you ask me, we're looking at an all-American final. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And I'm saying the prediction right here, Tony. This is the #1 contender to the FWA Heavyweight Title once he's got through the Anarchist.
You know what, Nick, that may well be true, but the one thing that Doug Williams has over AJ Styles is the fact that he's been FWA British Heavyweight Champion before, and I'm pretty sure he'd like to do it again. AJ Styles is a phenomenal talent, but he's not Doug Williams.
Well, I don't know. I think he really might have the edge right about now. As solid as Doug Williams is as a competitor, both men now pacing around. They're looking for the lockup, and they're just not getting it. Both men want to make sure they get a good early start here and get the match at the pace they want it to be.
You know what, Nick? Can you hear that as well, Nick?
Well, obviously, maybe it's some sort of technical difficulty because they're playing music of someone who's not actually scheduled to be here. What's going on?
You know what, Nick? I recognise the music, but I don't know why I'm hearing it at the moment. Something's happening. I'm not quite sure what it is.
I hope this isn't the case of the technical difficulty getting the hopes up of the FWA fans. We wouldn't want that now. But this is just ruining a fantastic main event of Doug Williams, AJ Styles.
It's true. Oh my word, can you see it, Nick? Jerry Lynn has just made his way through the entrance.
Oh my God, Jerry Lynn has just walked out into the arena. What's he doing here, Tony? I thought he was out with an injury. What's he even doing in England?
That's right, Nick. The last I heard, Jerry Lynn had injured himself during a match with AJ Styles. And I heard that he'd be out of wrestling for like 3 to 6 months. I am amazed to see him here at the moment. I cannot believe this.
I saw that match and it was a painful looking injury. But what's he doing here? Let's listen.
With all due respect, guys, I was originally supposed to be in this tournament. Well, 2 weeks ago, I suffered a minor injury at the hands of this man here, AJ Styles. And what does he do? He calls up the FWA right away. Jerry Lynn tore his shoulder off. He's going to be out for 6 months to a year. Well, I'll tell you what, it ain't that bad. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep me out of England. So I'll tell you what, since Jonny Storm can't continue, I want to know what you guys think. What do you think the FWA did the right thing and put me back into this tournament and turn this match into a three-way match?
Nick, you've just heard the words out of his mouth. How awesome would it be if the FWA officials did what Jerry Lynn asked and made this final a three-way dance?
I don't know whether it would be fair, but screw it, we want to see it.
Three-way dance! Three-way dance! Three-way dance!
Okay. As the only FWA official, until we appoint the new FWA commissioner on February 8th at Walthamstow, I have to make the decision right now. And it's a decision that may please some of you in the ring, but it's going to be a decision that's going to please each and every one of the people here in the audience. And we will have a three-way dance for a
You've just heard the words out of FWA official Elazar Cabrera's mouth. This match has been turned into a three-way dance, much to the chagrin of AJ Styles. Doug Williams doesn't really care. All he wants is his #1 contendership spots. Excuse me. This match is going to be truly awesome. Jerry Lynn and AJ Styles have an awesome rivalry going in America, and it looks like it's come overseas. But Doug Williams is not going to let that rivalry stand between him and his #1 spot.
Elazar the man Cabrera just made this a freeway dance. It's time to get down. Here we go now. Doug's got a wrist lock on Jerry, but Jerry and AJ's on the outside taking a bit of a breather. What's going on now, Tony?
Nick, is that the fire alarm?
That is a fire alarm. Can you smell something burning, Tony?
I can't smell something burning, only the action in this ring that is completely hot. I can hear the bell, but no one's leaving. It looks as though this match means too much.
This is how passionate the FWA fans are.
You can hear the chants from the FWA fans. We're not leaving as Doug Williams goes in with a roll through now onto Jerry Lynn.
Even if little Billy in the front row's burning to death, the fans are leaving. Oh, AJ with the most gorgeous double
flying clothesline from AJ Styles there. He seems to have adapted a bit more of a cocky bravado as he's basically just walking around the ring now, kicking the crap out of Jerry Lynn.
Well, now that his cover's blown, he screwed Jerry Lynn out of this tournament. AJ Styles just doesn't care. AJ wants the win. Oh, no, AJ got out of the suplex, and now Jerry's up, going for a Karana and nails it.
Takes him straight down. AJ Styles now goes up with a tilt-a-whirl. Jerry Lynn into a backbreaker. Perfectly done.
1, 2, no, not yet. This is the thing with freeway dances. When there's 3 men in there, you've got the other man to worry about. Now Jerry's being launched to the corner. Doug with a knee to the back of Jerry, and now Doug's in control.
Awesome knee drop there to Jerry Lynn and 1 for AJ Styles. Don't worry, AJ, you can have 1 too, Doug Williams is saying, and another takes him down, and another takes Jerry Lynn down.
Knee Orama, baby. Doug's in control. 1, 2.
Goes in for the pinfall there on Jerry Lynn. Not just yet. It's going to take a little bit more. He's going to the top rope. Nick, are we going to see it?
We're going to see it. Oh, no, wait. All the men are up, and Jerry's lost. Jerry got launched into the ropes, and now Doug was crushed on the top rope, and now AJ's going up top. What could it be?
It's not a fun place to be, Nick, but AJ and Jerry Lynn seem to be working cohesively at the moment. Are we going to see awesome superplex, rather, I should say, from AJ Styles and Jerry Lynn onto Doug Williams?
You could hear the fans who are really sensing the high impact of that move. Now let's have a look at the competitors. Yes, Jerry Lynn and AJ. Oh, sweet Mother Mary, Jesus, Tony, that was a hell of a sidekick from the phenomenal one. He's going for the freak out. 2. Not quite.
It was an awesome kick there from AJ Styles. Cleanly, almost took Jerry Lynn's head off. He went in for the pinfall, but it wasn't just to be.
I was just going to look at these men. I mean, admittedly, AJ Styles and Jerry Lynn have the heart of an American. But quite frankly, Doug Williams, this is a man who's been brought up on fish and chips, mushy peas, and bitter. And there ain't no tougher than that.
AJ Styles with a picture-perfect moonsault there off the ropes, but Jerry Lynn straight with a pounding right to the head of AJ Styles. Doug Williams on the outside at the moment, don't count him out. Jerry Lynn's got AJ Styles in the corner at the moment, and he's going to work.
And now Jerry Lynn in control, flips AJ over the top. AJ's been caught, and now Jerry Lynn. Oh no, wait, AJ got the momentum with a reverse DDT. Doug was there to make sure the pin wasn't going to happen.
Doug Williams coming just at the nick of time there, managed to break up the pin. He could see his title hopes being dashed right before his eyes. As AJ Styles and Doug Williams go back and forth now, AJ sending Doug off, Doug reverses, sends AJ off, picks him up into the gorilla press. AJ jumps down, goes for the punch.
And there we go, double kind of neck grip bomb, but Jerry Lynn wasn't going to let it happen. Drop kick to the back of Doug's head. My lord, I mean, who do you think's going to win this one, Tony? It's going to be awfully tight.
Nick, it's too hard to call at the moment. Each man are giving it their all. Oh, as AJ Styles sneakily uses the kick, taking Jerry Lynn out of the equation. And once again with Doug Williams, as soon as the referee's back turn, AJ Styles is showing his true colours.
A couple of kicks to the ghoulies, and AJ is on top of the action. AJ, oh, what a cocky ass!
I would have thought you would have liked this kind of wrestling, Nick. He seems to be right up your alley, a cocky ass.
Tony, there's only one thing I want to see. I want to see the FWA title back around the waist. Oh, bloody hell. I want to see it back around the waist of a man like Doug Williams, a true British wrestler.
Look at the way Jerry Lynn is psyching himself up. He's saying, come with your kicks, AJ. You can't do nothing to hurt me. But AJ Styles gets Jerry Lynn. Oh no! Jerry Lynn managed to get AJ Styles, who managed to get Doug Williams into a move. All three men are down. Oh my word.
It's really going quite quickly. The win's going to come out of nowhere, I bet. But my lord, that was quite sweet what we just saw. AJ had the reverse DDT, drop kick to AJ, all men are down. But now Jerry is in control. Jerry Lynn could be the man to go on a face Christopher Daniels over in America.
Nick, you just don't know. In a match like this, in a three-way dance, it is completely unpredictable. You just don't know. Jerry Lynn seems to have a bit more fire at the moment, but Doug Williams seems to be firing back. Oh! Guillotine leg drop there from Jerry Lynn. From the outside to the inside, taking Doug Williams to the outside.
The head of Doug Williams was almost neatly sliced off his body right about there. Doug seems to be feeling the effects, but back into the ring. Jerry Lynn has flipped AJ onto the apron. AJ, no wait, misses the guillotine leg drop, misses the sweeping kick. Oh, and he got swept onto the apron.
Jerry Lynn went to the ball one too many times, but he managed to counter out of AJ's counter of what he was doing, and awesome, over the top once again, guillotine leg drop.
Jerry Lynn knew where he was at all times and was able to avoid AJ long enough to hit that leg drop. And I suppose when you're a veteran with as many years under your belt as Jerry, then you better believe you've seen it all and done it all and worn the t-shirt.
True, but Doug Williams now is fighting back. Doug Williams managed to catch his breath on the outside of the ring. Now Jerry Lynn is fighting back. Doug Williams, Jerry Lynn is going back and forth at the moment, but don't forget AJ Styles, he's dazed but he's not confused. He knows what's on the line, and I'm sure he'll be getting himself back involved very, very shortly.
And now AJ Styles over the top rope.
Corkscrew senton bomb over the top rope, Nick. Quite frankly, I am in awe.
That was a beautifully graceful move. He was like a flying swan, and then he hit like a lead balloon on the heads of Jerry Lynn and Doug the Anarchist Williams.
All three men are down at the moment, but AJ Styles seems to be the one that's made it to his feet first, Nick. Who's he going to target? It looks like he's going for his nemesis over in America, Jerry Lynn.
Those kicks of AJ's don't half-bleeding sting, Tony. And he's now thrown Jerry Lynn into the ring, and AJ's following. He's going for the cover.
Is this going to be it? No! Jerry Lynn manages to kick out right at the last minute. AJ Styles needs to do something quite special to put away Jerry Lynn.
It's quite an exciting match. I'm really happy that this decision has been made. It's not been fair, but oh well, it's what happens in wrestling, I suppose. Over the cop rope. No, wait, what's this? No! Suplex into the corner. Tony, have you ever seen anything even remotely like that?
I haven't, Nick, as he goes in for the pin. 1-2. Doug Williams manages to break it up. If that hadn't been broken up, that would have been it. That would have been all over right there.
You can tell that these Jerry Lynn and AJ Styles know each other like the back of each other's hand. Doug Williams, in my opinion, is the wild card of this match. Jerry Lynn floated over, kick to the midsection. Doug reverses, Jerry to the corner. Doug follows. Doug, revolution, DDT.
Yes, awesome. Come on, Doug. All you've got to do is get over there. You can see the fans on their feet. Surely this is it.
Win. 2, 3, no!
But I forgot about the third element in the match. AJ Styles is not going to go out like that, Nick.
Doug Williams was a hair's length away of going over to America for a free holiday and a chance to become the heavyweight title.
Oh! Doug Williams' nose is, I don't know, third or fourth row. AJ Styles almost took his head off with that awesome super kick.
Doug Williams doesn't look like there's anyone there, and AJ Styles going up top.
Oh my word, Nick, the spiral tap. Oh, it's awesome, surely this is it. No! Jerry Lynn, the third factor, has come into play once again. Each of these men, the match would have been over by now if it was a singles competition. But with the third man, you never know quite what's going to happen.
Oh, and Jerry Lynn, he's going for the cradle pile driver. He's trying to set it up, but it looks like AJ's blocking him. Jerry now, it's finally got it. Wait a minute, he's going for the Styles Clash.
He's got him in, that's surely not. He's not going to use his own move. Oh my word! He used the Styles Clash on AJ Styles.
If you ask me, that was rather cheeky of the new effing show. He was quite frankly taking the piss. But now he's going to go for the pile driver on Doug Williams. Doug's blocking it though. He doesn't, oh wait, he's got him a backdrop.
Doug Williams has felt that move before and he knows that it hurts. Doug Williams looks like he's Doug Williams, he just hit the cradle pile driver on Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn just got spiked by the cradle driver. 1, 2, come on!
No, I thought sure it was all going to be what is it going to take, Nick? What is it going to take? They're pulling out all the stops. What are we going to see now? AJ Styles? No, he's wrong.
No, he can't.
He couldn't be.
Chaos Fury, rolling German suplex. No!
Doug Williams manages to kick out of his own move. Jerry's done AJ AJ's move, AJ's done Doug's move, Doug's done Jerry's move. Pandemonium all over.
I was quite impressed with how sweetly they all hit each other's respective moves. That was fantastic display of technical wizardry.
You can see the fans now, they are literally mouths gaping. Everybody's just hit each other's finishes as AJ Styles goes to the top. What are we going to see here? Oh, he goes for the flying body
Doug
press.
caught him, phenomenal strength there, into the corner, and now AJ is in the trio O position. It looks like Doug's going to set him up for something. Top rope German suplex, Tony.
Are we going to see a top rope German suplex? But Jerry Lynn, no, he's up, he's vaulted up, he's gone for the sunset flip, and the German suplex. There's a pin. Who is it? One,
two.
It's all over. It's all over. But who's won, Nick? It's all over. But who's won? Wait a second.
Pinning AJ or?
Is your winner, and with 40 points, the new #1 contender for the FWA title, Jerry.
It's Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn managed to pin Doug Williams. We thought Doug Williams was pinning AJ Styles, but it was Jerry Lynn that had the pinfall there. Jerry Lynn is going to go on now. He's the #1 contender for the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels British Heavyweight Title.
For the first time in FWA history, an American holds the FWA title, an American holds the #1 contender. We might be looking at an all-American championship match, Tony.
Nick, but what you've got to factor into this, Doug Williams had the pin on AJ Styles. Doug Williams surely thought he'd won. For a start, Jerry Lynn wasn't even in the tournament. If he hadn't have taken Johnny Storm's place, would the roles have been reversed? Would Doug Williams be going on now? The answer is, we'll never know. Jerry Lynn is the new #1 contender, but you've got to believe that Doug Williams is going to have something to say to Mr. Lynn very soon.
The whole sequence of events has all been just a little bit fishy, but regardless, ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Lynn, the new #1 contender to the FWA Heavyweight title. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's been Nick London.
I'm Tony Giles.
Thank you and good night.